Hello, everyone, and happy Thursday. Happy Thursday after 2. So, if you guys have already reported your statistics and your upstat, very well done to you. But let's not forget that there are children being punished as we speak right now. It's Thursday after 2. And, they didn't pull their weight this week to really be rewarded as up statistics. They haven't shown that they are, carrying their weight. So let's remind ourselves that there are children being punished as we speak, underage kids inside Scientology hotels, being told that they're downstat, being told that they are degraded beings, that they didn't want to help save a world and they have to do lower conditions and they have to do all these punishments because they didn't produce enough. What's up, Oneida? ¿Qué más pues? Well, here it is, you guys. We're talking about Marisol Nichols and Tim Ballard. Tim Ballard. Are you guys aware of who Tim Ballard is? Hello, Natcat. Good to see you. Psych on the rocks. Hello, hello, hello. Well, Tim Ballard, you guys, we need to sort of do a deep dive into the relationship between Marisol Nichols and him. So I hope y'all are with your vomit bags close to you, because this is trigger warning. Gonna get heavy on the essay subject, heavy on the child trafficking and abuse. So just beware. And we want to actually get started reviewing this video that our friend Cassie Marie posted on her TikTok about Tim Ballard. So let's welcome our friend Cassie Marie from TikTok and YouTube. The Cassie Marie No Culty Vibes. And let's have her explain a little bit about what's going on here with Tim Ballard.
Tim Ballard released a statement in regards to the allegations of sexual misconduct that he allegedly perpetuated while he was part of Operation Underground Railroad, which he, by the way, only recently left this summer, right around when the Sound of Freedom movie came out. Tim Ballard says, as with all of the assaults on my character and integrity over many years, the latest tabloid-driven sexual allegations are false. They are baseless inventions designed to destroy me and the movement we have built to end the trafficking and exploitation of vulnerable children. During my time at OUR, I designed strict guidelines for myself and our operators in the field. Sexual contact was prohibited, and I led by example. Given our meticulous attention to this issue, any suggestion of inappropriate sexual contact is categorically false. The Spear Fund, which is Tim Ballard's new organization that he started since leaving Operation Underground Railroad, it says the Spear Fund strongly encourages journalists to watch this recent episode of the highly respected Marisol Nichols podcast, which offers specific context around the child rescue operations process.
Isn't that great, you guys? The very highly respected Marisol Nichols being invoked by none other than Tim Ballard. Tim Ballard says, really go check out Marisol Nichols, who really is vouching for me. And y'all can try and Google that for yourselves. Just type Marisol Nichols and Tim Ballard. Oops. I think what he just put up on a statement has been scrubbed off of Marisol Nichols' website. Oopsie. Marisol Nichols already deleted her episode with Tim Ballard on her website when they were talking about all these whatever it is that they were saying that we're doing. So let's really figure out what in the actual hell is going on with Tim Ballard, because the allegations are literally spicy AF. And a lot of things are making not a literal shred of sense, you guys, as you know. Here we go with this news article for NBC News. Police investigating SA allegations against Sound of Freedom inspiration Tim Ballard. It is the first known criminal investigation amid assaults claims made against Ballard by 6 women in 2 lawsuits. So remember, here is Tim Ballard, team Operation Underground Railroad founder Tim Ballard in Amsterdam in 2022, yapping away. So by the Associated Press, police in Utah are looking into women's claims that the founder of anti-child trafficking organization made famous by a movie last summer essayed her. The first known criminal investigation amid assault claims made against him by 6 women in 2 lawsuits. The woman made the SA claim against Tim Ballard to police in Linden on November 1st, according to police report the Salt Lake Tribune obtained through a records request. Detectives arranged a meeting the next day, according to the report, which did not detail anything further about the investigation. All I can say is that there was an interview. The case is ongoing. It's an active investigation, Linden Police Chief Mike Brewer confirmed with the newspaper Wednesday. Ballard, founder of Operation Underground Railroad, already faces a lawsuit filed by 5 women who says he sexually manipulated, abused, and harassed them on overseas trips designed to lure and catch child sex traffickers. It wasn't clear whether the woman was contacted the police. Is one of the 5 from the lawsuit, a woman who alleges in a separate lawsuit filed with her husband that Ballard essayed her or someone else. The Salt Lake Tribune did not identify the woman, citing its policy not to identify SA victims, but it was not clear what may have happened to Linden to involve the police in the town of about 10,000. Linden is 30 miles south of Salt Lake City. So teeny tiny town, and the police is, showing up for an SA survivor or alleged as a survivor. Wish the LAPD and the Clearwater Police would be as effective as this teeny tiny 10,000 people town. But apparently, shout out to the Linden Police, you guys, that is actually apparently doing their job. The police report listed Suzette Rasmussen as an attorney for the several plaintiffs and 2 lawsuits as contacted for the woman. Rasmussen confirmed the report's contents but declined to comment further. The criminal investigation comes as Utah's legislative auditor, at the request of state lawmakers, begins to look into Attorney General Sean Reyes' office. Attorney General Sean Reyes' office, including whether Reyes' long friendship with Ballard led to any help for Operation Underground Railroad or Sound of Freedom, a film based on the organization's activities that was a hit with conservative moviegoers last summer. Well, isn't that great, you guys, that the attorney generals are best friendsies with Tim Ballard? Wonder if any attorney generals are besties with Marisol Nichols. That would be great to understand right about now. Ballard has denied that the SA allegations, and also in a statement, the president of Spear Fund, an anti-trafficking organization where Ballard is now listed as a senior advisor. Ballard has not been contacted by law enforcement or otherwise informed of the woman's report to police, according to Krogh. And this is a quote from Krogh. The fact that a purported criminal complaint has been leaked to the media is even further evidence of the true intents behind the charade. It is designed to stir up a media frenzy to harm the reputation of Mr. Ballard and to impede his or his other efforts of fighting the sex traffic industry. Ballard resigned from Operation Underground Railroad amid the SA allegations. I mean, it definitely seems a little sus that he would have gone as far as resigning from that thing that he founded if there was nothing going on. Just, it sounds like if it was all just such unfounded, nothing ever happened, everything was great and wonderful, and 6 women just got together to, stop trafficking because they just thought, oh my God, this man is helping so many women and kids that we really need to stop him. I mean, it's either that or the other, right? But it's certainly not helping that he resigned from that other organization. And then what? He just opened another one where he's a senior advisor. I mean, whatever, I guess. The complaint again of Ballard centers on the couple's ruse. He allegedly engaged with women associated with Operation Underground Railroad, who posed as his wife to fool child sex traffickers into thinking he was a legitimate client, according to the lawsuit filed by the 5 women in the Utah State Court. Ballard's work against child sex trafficking got him invited to the White House under President Donald Trump. Ballard previously was a special advisor to Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump. Well, shout out to you, Ivanka Trump, tapping Tim Ballard to be your advisor. Shout out to you. And also was appointed to a White House anti-human trafficking board in 2019. Damn. So Ballard, who's now under criminal investigation, who was touted as Marisol Nichols' incredible, amazing partner of the millennia. Because I have a surprise for you guys. And we have a surprise for even Marisol. But the surprise is going to come after we review this. So I really want you guys to understand a little bit better what is going on with the accusations against Tim Ballard, because I really wasn't that aware of what had been alleged. And this is one segment that we found that kind of like puts it in a nutshell and brings everyone up to speed. Let's react to this.
Our top story tonight, new insight into the ongoing story involving Tim Ballard and the nonprofit he founded, Operation Underground Railroad.
We've learned both Ballard and Operation Underground Railroad and others are now being sued in a Utah court. It's a story Fox 13 News investigative team has been following for 3 years now. But it wasn't until about a month ago that new allegations of sexual harassment came out against Tim Ballard.
Then, just a few weeks ago, an attorney for the woman accusing Ballard spoke publicly, alleging sexual assault and fraud by the man who was supposed to be rescuing people from human trafficking. Tonight, Fox 13 News has its hands on that complaint, and we've been combing through its dozens of pages.
As Fox 13.
So, yeah, first thing that jumps out, as you say here, wow, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Did you guys really see that timeline? I mean, it seems like the plot is thickening. So let's see what else they're talking about here. He's not a Mormon.
13 News investigative reporter Nick Carlisle explains the women suing Tim Ballard and OUR contend those trips they took with him overseas were not what they appeared to be.
This is a photo of talk show host Glenn Beck with M. Russell Ballard of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and Operation Underground Railroad founder Tim Ballard.
So isn't that great, you guys, that there's this little photo of these guys that were also very similar to Scientology on a mission to allegedly save a world.
The two Ballards are not related, and Tim Ballard is the only man in this photograph named as a defendant in the lawsuit. Among the plaintiff's claims, Tim Ballard used the Mormon faith to manipulate people.
I'm the bad guy in the story. I'm the bad guy in the story that rescued over 7,000 women and children.
Tim Ballard has denied any wrongdoing. Neither he nor representatives of Operation Underground Railroad, or OUR, returned messages seeking comment Monday.
Al suelo, todos al suelo.
The 5 women say They are Utah residents who worked with or for OUR. The rescue operations typically involve first-class travel for OUR personnel, the lawsuit says, and in strip clubs and massage parlors, Ballard sometimes drank alcohol until he passed out.
I mean, it's giving creepy vibes. It's giving creepy vibes. I mean, yeah, I don't know, you guys, like, if these allegations, he's going to strip clubs and then passing out by drinking so much alcohol, like, what is that about? I mean, you would think that somebody that is on this line of work would have the discipline required to not drink till he passes out. You would hope.
Our involvement with Operation Underground Railroad was rooted in our commitment to fighting against human trafficking. But while engaging in that noble cause, we were subjected to sexual harassment, spiritual manipulation, grooming, and sexual misconduct.
The suit described the couple's ruse, where Ballard and a woman he selected would go undercover. The women say the ruse became a means for sexual grooming, that Ballard would share a bed or shower with them. The women described unwanted touching and coerced sex acts. One paragraph in the suit says, Ballard would insist that the women stay silent about their alleged sexual encounters with him because if they told anyone, it would put everyone's lives at risk. On the ops mission, it was necessary to save the trafficked children, and because he was blessed by President Ballard to be future president of the United States and then the prophet of the Mormon Church.
The behavior.
I mean, again, you guys, with this, I'm going to save a world and I'm going to really do a lot. But then these allegations are horrific. This man is alleged to have traveled with these women and put himself in compromising situations that, again, once you've been compromised, once these people, these predators, these type of predators, like in Scientology, once they go too far, they've gone too far. You don't know where to go. They have you trapped. You don't know where to go. You don't know how to move. And as much as these people want to try and pretend and purport that sex trafficking and child trafficking only happens in third world countries, in rundown hotels, in decrepit, dilapidated places. Imagine that is all they ever literally pitch. Imagine that Scientology ran for decades dilapidated motels, dilapidated, disgusting, horrific living conditions until, you know, they started getting a little bit more money and then they decided to be like, let's clean it up. Let's not really show all the cockroaches and the mold infested and the asbestos everywhere. Let's just clean it up, give it a cosmetic facelift. And that is all it's taken for people to completely shut their eyes when they stand in front of a Scientology hotel and go, oh, but look, it's really nice. It must be that kids are having a wonderful religious experience. That's what the city of Clearwater says when they stand in front of the Fort Harrison. Oh, look here, the city of Clearwater hosting a hotel filled with underage kids, trafficked from all over the world. But you know what? They're having a religious experience. So all 18 and under are having such a religious experience, you don't even know what type of religious experiences. L. Ron Hubbard, convicted of fraud, running around a ship with a 12-year-old, including not limited to Shelly Miscavige. Trafficking was the MO of the felon being pitched by the IRS as an American-bred god. So just keep that into perspective when you hear all of this BS.
Of Tim Ballard crossed the line, and these women cannot remain silent.
The plaintiffs say OUR and its board learned of Ballard's behavior, but it stayed silent in order to make money earlier this year from the film The Sound of Freedom, which dramatizes Ballard and the rescue missions.
So isn't that great, you guys, that the board of the so-called anti-trafficking organization finds out about all of this abuses, alleged abuses, and goes very child USA on it. Goes very, oh, let's just pretend that it didn't happen. Let's just make more money here. Let's just not look into this. Let's all just play dumb to see, you know, how far else we can possibly grift. And you know, with this movie, now we can hide between this blanket of, oh, look, we really are trying to do everything in our power to save a world of trafficking. And they partnered up with Marisol Nichols. Imagine being Tim Ballard and going, you know who I really should tap to give credibility to my organization, that we really are all about saving trafficked kids. Marisol Nichols, she would be great. Isn't she with Scientology since the early 90s? Yeah, she would be great. She would give me so much credibility. You know who I should type on my statement? Yeah, Marisol Nichols. That would be great to really bring her up. That'd be really great, because I think that everyone's going to buy that I couldn't be more legitimate as I'm partnering up with Marisol Nichols.
The 5 plaintiffs are asking for damages to be proven at trial. Their attorneys are planning a news conference for Wednesday.
So there you guys have now in a nutshell, what is being alleged, what this man is being sued for, and what you thought you weren't going to be able to see is the receipts of Marisol Nichols that she did, you know, scrubby. She brought her little scrubby. She put her little soaps and bubbles in her little YouTube account, and she grabbed that to YouTube, and, you know, better luck next lifetime on that interview. But the surprise for you guys is the wonderful surprise that the internet doesn't literally forget. And thanks to another creator, there's parts of this interview that she was reacting to that, you know, we don't want to go through the entire interview because it's nauseating, but Difficult to Research did do a reaction video to this. So we thought, this is great, because you know what? Here we have these two in the same room with receipts of their wonderful collaboration.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to say
one more now. Watch The Apologist at work. Saving face. Yes, you.
yes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe
I'm
I'm
the bad
gonna say what I'm
recording
going to
too.
say.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about how it is that
I'm
Tim
trying to
and
find it.
I go undercover, why it works, the ruses and what we do. And we're sort of dedicating this episode to the female.
See, you guys, here's Marisol Nichols literally pitching herself as the Hollywood vigilante. Imagine the type of problem Hollywood has. With all the revelations, all the recent revelations of all the 101 million shenanigans going on in Hollywood. And Marisol is tapping herself to be the vigilante that is going to really set everyone straight. As she partnered up with this man, as she scrubbed it off of her YouTube. But don't you worry, she dropped this nugget that she was still partners with this guy, even after scrubbing the stuff. So we'll be getting into that one.
Female operators.
Yeah, while he's touching her body and doing freaky
I mean,
deaky
why don't
shit.
we start?
Well,
How did this happen?
I'll start by saying this. Like, for some reason, people think of these operators going undercover. They always picture dudes.
I know.
And I'm not sure why that is, because the majority that we work with are actually females. Because we can't do the females are the ones that lead, that find, and there's many, many reasons for that. Okay, on the most base level, and this is shocking to people, but when you watch Sound of Freedom, you recognize who was the #1 recruiter
It was
in the
a
Sound of
movie.
Freedom movie, which is a real person, Copy Juanes, okay?
The top recruiter was a woman, you guys. And so were the Scientology women in Scientology. The top recruiters for kids were women. So let's not forget that women are the ones ensnaring the kids. Debbie Cook's women were really all about recruiting kids. How many kids can we get this week? Let's really put it on our statistics. Let's really ask for a day off. Let's really get a recruitment bonus. Let's really get our $200 for every minor that we recruit inside of the hotel, because that's how they were incentivized inside of the hotel to bring more kids. Every week they're being given a quota. Every week they're being told, where are your arrivals to the Sea Org? So the trafficking does not stop. The minors do not stop getting targeted. It doesn't happen. Every week, Thursday to Thursday, they are on the lookout for more minors. So if y'all want to see the rest of that reaction video, you can look at difficult research and take a look at that. But I wanted to just at least highlight this little point of Marisol Nichols there presenting herself with Tim Ballard and really going on with cementing their real friendship and partnership that they scrubbed but didn't scrub hard enough. So in our next reaction video, we're going to be doing a whole deep dive on just Marisol this time, but the next deep dive is going to actually tie back to Tim Ballard. But we thought we should first break down their relationship and bring the receipts that they were working together, so that there's no excuse to say, oh no, we didn't, we barely knew each other now, because they do. They do know each other and they are working together, and we don't understand what is it that they're really trying to accomplish, but plenty of things needed to be highlighted about what's going on. So we're actually going to start the next live shortly because I have everything prepared for the research, but this live is going to end with that. So I really want to thank all of you for watching, and we'll get into the next deep dive is going to be much longer, you guys. So I think that was the reason also why we needed to like break this down. So if you have time to chill with us, see us in our next live. If not, you can catch it on the replay. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for helping us continue to advocate for kids. No more kids in Scientology. So I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye.